By contrast, really laboured. You can just see it's just not connected.
Starting half a minute before Chepalova.
And this is something like a punishment.
We can also tell that Kowalczyk from Poland, number 3 after 3.4 kilometers, has met the wall a little. She is now 32 seconds behind Julia Chepalova, number 5 after 6.8 kilometers.
Now Estonia's Kristina Smegen. Smegen, there's the time of Chepalova, and you can see she's coming up to that time at the moment. Smegen, who does, like Chepalova, tend to get stronger as the race goes on, has that really good endurance, but she's going to be well off the pace here, and you can visibly see the pain, but can she put herself into contention for at least a medal? 4th place for Smegen, and that's only 3 seconds, a little less than that, behind Baranova. So maybe the bronze is on.
Yeah, she's going faster and faster. Only lost 7 seconds to Chepalova from 3.4 to 6.8. So it's a possibility for Kristina Smegen. We know that she is strong at the end of the races.
And she'll take the chance on the downhill finish as well. So Smegen not without a chance of a bronze medal, but the woman you picked out, Chepalova, at the moment looking pretty good, Inge.
Yeah, in the uphill she's very fast. We are waiting for Katarina Neumanova, what she can have done on the last 3 kilometers. She was only 3.1 second behind Chepalova after 3.4.
Yakimchuk just in behind Simarina Michaud. So the leaderboard at the moment, Malahova, the leader in the clubhouse, and here comes Becky Scott. Now Scott showed up well earlier on, and just trying to track her at the moment.
But what is interesting, David, is that Marit Björgen up to 8.4 kilometer has 5.5 seconds to Baranova. It was only 3 seconds after 6.8 kilometers. So it's problems for Björgen in the flat parts. She's a little bit better uphill.
New leader. And it's Baranova Mazalkina by 3 seconds. Russia take the lead away from Malahova. Karin Filippo at the moment, excellent 3rd place for her. And Baranova into the lead. And Leonardi Cortese. The Swiss overall, well, remember they pulled off a famous bronze medal in the Olympics, the Swiss, and there's no doubt that in the relay they've got not a bad little quartet. So news of Katarina Neumanova now, Inge.
We didn't see it in the screen, but Katarina Neumanova has taken the lead after 6.8 kilometers, 0.8 of a second in front of Julia Chepalova. 2 girls are fighting for the victory today. It's Neumanova and Julia Chepalova.
Yeah, and then there's another fight going on after that for the bronze medal between Björgen, Baranova and Kristina Smegen. Baranova, of course, who's already finished. She's the leader in the clubhouse in 26 minutes and 59 seconds ahead of Malahova. Norway's Christine Steyrer in 3rd place. Karin Filippo to 4th. Leonardi Cortese of Switzerland into 5th place. And
Marit Björgen
coming home now, and she's going to take the lead away from Baranova, and then it's a question of waiting and seeing. Marit Björgen crosses the line now, and 26.42. You have a feeling that that's just not going to be fast enough for gold.
But she's been very fast from 8.4 to the finish line. It was only 6 seconds behind she and Baranova. In the finish, it's 16. So a good finish for the Norwegian girl.
But the others will always... be aware, Inge, that this is a very fast finish. It's a twisting downhill where you really have to carry your speed. Chapalova with just about 1,600 meters, a little bit more, a little bit less than that now to do, and you can see the advantage, 17 seconds, and I have to say, barring a fall, there's no way that Chapalova should lose that sort of amount of time.
It was 14 in front of Björgen after 6.8 kilometers, so I think Julia Chapalova is a little bit slow. I think this is a possibility for Katarina Neumanova.
But I think Chapalova should stay ahead of Björgen.
Yep.
Well, it would be a very special moment for the Czech racer if she can finally wrestle that elusive gold medal, but it is going to be tight. And Chapalova is going to have to go maximum. She's going to have to take the risks as well. And the interesting thing on these turns, you get an idea from that picture of the turns, you have to carry your speed down. So your line is important and not taking too many correctional steps. Every time you take a correctional step, it's like moving the rudder on a boat. You cut your speed.
And I think that Neumanova is better in that than Julia Chapalova.
Well, we're going to see Chapalova, who's speeding her way home at the moment as a little bit of cloud comes in. You can see that she's in the shadow now. The sunshine that bathed the stadium has now moved around.
And I can also tell you, David, that Kristina Schmigun up at 8.4 kilometers now is in fourth place, only 1.8 seconds behind Marit Björgen.
Yes, and I think Schmigun's going to find a bit of pace towards the end of the race. So maybe your pick and my pick are both going to be on the podium today. But Chapalova still working hard. Look how hard she's working. She's trying to stay aerodynamic to maximize the speed. Hasn't got. Now she comes into our view in the commentary box here in Oberstdorf, swinging round the left-hander. Then she has to adjust her weight smoothly. There you can see, makes the adjustment, coming down towards the bridge, has to carry that speed up there and over, and now into the finishing straight and challenging the time now of Marit Björgen, 26 minutes and 42 seconds. It's up on the clock, and here we go. And surely, as I said, barring a fall, Chapalova had to finish in front of Marit Björgen despite the Norwegians' power pack finish, and Chapalova goes into the gold medal position by 14 seconds, maybe loses 2 or 3 seconds to Björgen on the run home, but had plenty in hand from the climb.
But up at 8.4 kilometers, Katarina Neumanova 3.4 seconds before Julia Chapalova.
So it's all going to be down to the run home, and Neumanova or Chapalova. Katarina Neumanova, there it is, 3.4 seconds advantage.
She has been so close many times, David, Katarina Neumanova, but never winning a championship.
Well, it's also interesting about Julia Chapalova because although she's had that Olympic success in terms of world championships, she's not actually managed to win a gold. But here comes Schmigun coming in now, challenging for Julia Chapalova's time. She's passed that already, challenging for Björgen's time of 26.42, but really Baronova's is the one that's under threat here, and Schmigun into bronze medal position. 17.4 seconds. Now, the problem for Schmigun is the fact that Neumanova is out on the course, so it looks as if even though she's had a really good finish, Schmigun, those 5 seconds given away early have now probably cost her that bronze medal. Because had Schmigun not given away that early 5 seconds to Marit Björgen, there's only 3.4 seconds between them, then she might have been in second place. But
it was a little bit too slow in the start.
Here comes Javialova, also challenging, and goes into fifth place. So at the moment, some pretty good performances. And the most notable performances, really, I have to say, is Svetlana Malahova of Kazakhstan, who's in 6th place, ahead of Sabina Valbuza. Justina Kowalczyk of Poland in 8th place. That's a fantastic finish for her, ahead of the Norwegian Christine Steyre.
Also a strong race from Christine Steyre, the best ever, I think, in the free technique.
So now Katarina Neumanova, all eyes on the Czech woman, 3 seconds advantage, and looks to me as if she's still maintaining that 26.13. There's Chapalova's time.
She 28. Had to go to the finish line at top speed.
Here we go, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, just there by 1.2 seconds. And the gold medal goes to Katarina Neumanova of the Czech Republic, ahead of Julia Chapalova, who has to settle for silver, and Marit Bjørgen in bronze, ahead of Christina Smegen. But absolutely all out. And the 3 freestyle races, the 2 World Cups, and now the title. And Julia Chapalova, well, hard to console her. Those are real tears of disappointment.
But she has Olympic gold medals before.
But she doesn't have a World Championship gold. And for Chapalova, this was one of her main challenges. And she's been denied by Katarina Neumanova, who takes the gold medal. And Katarina Neumanova, well, I'm not sure that at the age of 31, whether she'll still be competing in 2009 when the Czechs hold the Nordic World Championships. But
she has to. And she will also be very strong at the pursuit start. So Katarina Neumanova takes the gold medal, ahead of Chapalova and also Marit Bjørgen. No real sighting right through the race of Rita-Liisa Lassila of Finland. Coming through, I think now, Lassila into 13th place, which is a little disappointing. We thought that she might have at least made the top 10. So some very good performances, though. Neumanova, the bookmakers offered Katarina Neumanova as the 4-1 favourite. Julia Chapalova, the second favourite at 4.5-1. And then Marit Bjørgen was 4th best at 6-1. Christina Smegen, who finished 4th, on offer at 7-1. So the bookmakers pretty accurate today, Inge. That's true.
And just to remind you that the men's 15 kilometres to come a little later. 3 laps of this course, but Neumanova by a diminishing margin. Remember, with 1,600 metres to go, she had 3.4 seconds, and that came down to 1.2 seconds at the end of the race, but doesn't matter, that's good enough. And she becomes a world champion individually for the first time in her career, and underlines that she's a real big race competitor. But so is Julia Chapalova, really distressed to be pipped at the post there. And it just shows you what a good job Julia Chapalova did, particularly in those last 1,600 metres, the descent.
But it's the best race for Chapalova this year, so second place must also be a step forward for the Russian girl.
But when you come here, as Julia does, you come for gold. You don't come for silver, you don't come for bronze. And the fan club here, great to see so many fans. We were quite concerned, Inge, were we not, that the prices here were a little expensive. Let me pause from that. Official result: the gold to the Czech Republic, the silver to Russia, the bronze to Norway, and Christina Smegen, if only, she's going to reflect on that race and say to herself, I needed to go earlier and not give us away as much. Malachova, terrific performance from her. Kowalczyk of Poland also. Christine Styrer in the top 10. Lasilla just outside. Becky Scott, look for her in the pursuit. Shevchenko, decent race in skate style. Also Filippo, not too bad. And then Follis and Yatskaya of Italy and Kazakhstan. Two decent efforts there.
Yeah, but maybe a little bit disappointing the results for the German today in their own country.
Yes, I think they sorely missed Claudia Kunzel, who was sidelined, hasn't fully recovered from the flu. But looking at one or two other results down here, Wang Chunli of China in the 30s there. That's a very good result. Serena Michel will be disappointed with that, I think, to be 39th. But a good race and a real good tussle between the world's best. Katrin Smegan there, 4 minutes and 24 seconds behind. So I said that she usually runs about 3 minutes behind, so not a great day for the younger sister. But to be fair to her, she spent a lot of time in the United States at university studies, so she's not been able to concentrate full time. And right down to the last couple of pages, 75 set out. And it looks as if all 75 have got home, which is very good indeed. Just waiting to see. No, there are two who didn't manage to finish.
The course was too strong.
Well, of course, the men's race to come. Clash between Vincent Vito of France and René Sommerfeld, Axel Teichmann and Christian Hoffmann, who there was a doubt about him competing. But in the women's race here today, Marit Bjørgen, the World Cup leader, who's yet to win a skate race, set out very strongly, Inge, and was very positive and also found extra speed on the run for home.
Yes, and I think she is very satisfied with the third place today. She knows that she is much better in classical technique than in skating. She looks forward to the pursuit start.
And that extra speed down the hill held off Christina Smegan, who also finished fast. Julia Chapalova, well, she didn't do anything wrong. She really is a superstar for Russia, and the tears that she showed at the ending reflected the agony of being so close.
Yes, and I think this is the best competition for her in this championships. So I think she's not that strong in pursuit start and not in the last 30 kilometers in classical technique. This was her chance.
So Julia Chapalova once again denied a World Championship gold medal. But don't write her off yet. If she doesn't win this year, she can be a force next year at the Olympic Games. But what a day for Katarina Neumanova from Písek in the Czech Republic, becoming a world champion for the first time in her career. Former junior world champion earlier in the 90s, in 92 and 93. That was over 5 kilometers in classic style. 12 times a World Cup winner. Bronze medals in the World Championship, 2 of them, a silver in the Olympic Games. But this is the moment for Katarina Neumanova. Gold, 10-kilometer free skate champion, 2005.